here we go again. My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Inscryption. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes, for any reason. And we get our stoat back in hand, love to see it. They've got a Rattler 3-1 coming out on the board. I mean, like, I think I hold this turn. I don't really want to just, like, slam the squirrel and then stoat. Deals 1 damage. I'd really like to be able to contest the Rattler next turn, which could be the squirrel and stoat slam, but I just don't have to do it this time. Unfortunately, I have to let them get 3 damage in. So, like, I pay a huge price for deciding to be, you know, slightly more optimal in that instance, but I'm not too disturbed. From the death of your creature, you've gained a bone. You will not lose this until it's spent, or the battle ends. Just don't kill their Rattler. Their Rattler comes on board to replace that. Dang. So they're, yeah, huge damage up. I'm not going to be able to save that stoat, unfortunately. I've been trying to save the stoat from any damage so far because when I played them on stream for the demo, I just killed them constantly. I was just very cruel. I'm gonna sack both of you for the opossum. Sorry, for the wolf, but we'll also have enough bones to get an opossum out. So I can attack forward 5 damage. You take the stoat, unfortunately. I get a bullfrog. Whoop, hang on. Mighty Leap, a card bearing the sigil, will block an opposing creature bearing the airball sigil, and we see a dial and the numbers 2, 7, and 3. Baby, that sounds like a code. Having the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. I don't actually know that song. I've had the time of my life. No, I've never felt this way before. Something like that. There's so many runs in that song. I don't do runs. However, in my game, such feats are awarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for every extra damage dealt. The trapper may be interested in your spoils. They were talking about overkill damage. My apologies. Alright. Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. So there are the figurines over there. However, this book says 273, don't it? And it's got a little dial next to it. 273 has got a little dial next to it. Well, boy howdy. 2. Give it an extra rotation just to be sure. 273.
Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if I'd be ever found and escaped that iron crypt. But is the stoat around? The stunted wolf? The madness gotta end.
Put that away. And we also get a key. Wait a second. This seemed like it needed a key. I really like these as well. So it's teaching you the language of how the puzzles will be presented in this game, but it's using that to also work backwards and reteach you the mechanics of the game as well. Okay, so we see the scale needs to be tipped 5. So I'm going to need to deal 5 damage to them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit the button, we deal 5 damage, and we open this. We get a skink. I forgot I'd put that in there. Very well, you may add it to your deck, and I'll deal it to you every so often. However, there's also this slightly more contestable one over here, and it even has one of the sigils from the skink that we just got. So let's go and see the sigil. So where is it? There's a lot of these. Sprinter, Citadel of Death. No. There we go. Loose tail. When a card bearing this sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place, and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. So when it would be struck, it drops its tail, and it moves to the right. So, we've got this blocks flying. This is a flying minion. This drops its tail, moves to the right, drops its tail, moves to the right, drops its tail, moves to the right. The rest of them are just straight stats on board. I have kind of forgotten the solution here. So they've got a 2-1, and I've got a 1-2 here. So I'd be able to strike that and then deal 2 damage through on this line. This cannot be moved. There's a little bar above it and bar below it, so this can't actually move from its position, which means that I know that if that is attacked, it will drop its tail and move to the right. So I don't attack it, and then I leave you out, so it doesn't drop its tail and move to the right, and then this deals 3 damage. And then this drops its tail, and this entirely blocks. So this line deals 2 damage through the enemy, this line deals 3 damage, none of the other lines deal damage. What? Wait. Oh, because this isn't on board! Oh, that makes sense. Well then, we just generate 2 more damage by moving attackers out of the way. No problem. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well, I'll add them to your deck and make them available for future challenges. Turn out that extra one there. And also, this now seems to have something demonstrated on. We have a board state in this frame. The second position, that is to say second position on my board, because I can't play on my enemy's board. The second position is Mantis. Third position is a squirrel. Got it. I think it's not too obvious to say that we're gonna have to recreate that board state. Here you go. Got a figurine for you, bud. Let us continue. The meager coyote. But what did you expect for only 4 bones? Bones as a resource are really good, right? Because, and this is where the game kind of like continues opening up. I will say, Daniel Mullins games continue opening up every 20 minutes until they're done. That's what they do. But the addition of bones really opened up my mind to like how this works as a game. Before I was kind of treating it as like a trick-taking game. Like I just want to be able to like slot in a little bit of damage here, I'll chump block you there, and then slot in a little bit of like I wasn't really dealing with the meta resources. Obviously bones ask you to contest with resources, right? It is something that is born out of resources that you are generating from minion battles on board. But it demonstrates in specific, through that way of acquiring the resources, the longevity of battles that will exist beyond this point. So it can't just be trick-taking. It can't just be, I'll sneak in 3 damage here and I'll block you there, right? It's gonna have to be more complex. The Nefarious Rattler, a brittle creature, once past its monstrous fangs. The unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. When a card bearing the sigil perishes, a copy of it is created in your hand. So that's if it is attacked or if it's sacrificed. Both. So effectively, you know, it's like it's a squirrel for 4 that can attack. Squirrel for 4 bones, that is, that can attack. I kind of like the idea of taking the Rattler. You know, you're free to get up again, to keep your blood flowing. So up here at the very top, we can see our deck as it currently exists. Obviously quite padded because of all of the things that we just found prior. Its bleeding yields 3 blood, if you can ignore the bleeding. A black goat requires 1 sacrifice and gives us 3 blood when it itself is sacrificed. Some bone tokens for a rainy night. Choose one. I'll take the bone tokens, thank you. Feeling overburdened enough with the full 3 items, you carried on. I didn't think this was going to be contiguous, but it appears that I have the same consumables that I had ended the previous round without using. So maybe I do need to just use these. Maybe. You again?
Indeed. One friend freed me.
I basically told them how to do it. You got a plan?
We have another friend here.
You gotta be... I wouldn't call him a friend, but I suppose we're in deep this time. Got another friend around here, another talking one. Well, I'm gonna need another voice for them, clearly, but, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's find him first. Skink. Would be attack. Move to the right. What's your hand doing there? So, if the coyote tries to attack the skink, it'll drop its tail and move to the right. And then if the sparrow is just going to attack directly over. So the skink will just block the coyote's attack. Right? If I want it to. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's hard to call it cowardly. Nice. Unfortunately, my skink is not going to be enough to kill their sparrow, so it's going to be like 2 individual kind of hit trades. I will take a squirrel, and then I can use my stoat to contest your coyote in that position. You sure? Yeah, buddy, you got to go down there. And then stink bug. I'm going to place you in another position, just get you on board.
Back in the game.
They also have Stinky, which is the reduction of 1 power from opposing enemies. Nice. So we're keeping an equilibrium or better, which is a pretty good position to be in. So we've got 3 damage represented on board. In 3 damage, the enemy will die. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that I wasn't going to be killing them now, but I don't have a choice. So no overkill damage for me. Oh well. If you desire it, you may stand now. It'll allow me time to plan. I'm no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off of my possessions. Touchy, touchy, touchy. Touchy, touchy. Little jostle of that, little fumble. Little tussle there. Okay. So one of the most obvious things is we need to free this, because as soon as we do, we can put it over here. Great. Love it. How? No clue at the moment. I'm not being given extra clues. It's not like there's more to explore, so... I don't want, obviously, because like some of these I know the solution for, some of them I don't. I'll be very clear. That was not in the demo, or at least it was in the demo, but I did not solve it. Can also just see their eyes up close. All right, I don't think I've got much more for you at the moment, bud. Actually, didn't I say something about 4 p.m.? And then I did try it, but I didn't... I might not have tried the correct hand moving at the very end. Why am I trying 4? Honestly, it's because of the 4s on the door. There's 2 4s there. I don't know if those are even going to be relevant. They might just be artifacts. I might be like paradoiling myself into an accidental attempted solution. I don't know if to paradoil is a word, but it should be. The fervid mantis, its prying claws strike both to the left and the right. The stinky Ryan. He's been streaming for 4 hours and he smells awful. That's very true. The Pernicious Vulture, a tyrant in the skies. Well, I would take myself here. However, I know that I need the mantis for recreation of that board state, so we'll be taking the mantis. Let's have a look at some sacks.
The choice is yours.
I want to give the Skink's ability to someone else. I kind of like the Skink ability. It's just I don't know who it would be useful on.
I'll go.
I'll go.
Marvelous.
Oh, on the Rattler? So it can't be killed. Oh, that's so sick. I'm gonna do that. Skink Rattler. Give him that double rectal action. Ant Queen, Worker Ant, Rattler. They've got 2 sparrows they're generating this turn. Let's have a look at our ant. Ant. The value represented by this sigil will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their side of the table. And the Ant Queen, Ant Spawner. When a card bearing this sigil is played, an ant is created in your hand. Love it. I really want to be able to get that Rattler down, but it's so far away now. Then the Worker Ant is going to be only 1 damage on board, which means I'm not really going to contest the Sparrow, but in the same slot. Oh, and as soon as I draw the Mantis, I need to be ready to play it. I'm going to leave this Squirrel, and I'm going to leave the 2 middle spaces open so that I can just suddenly do that if I need to do that. Awesome. I take 4 damage next turn. I don't deal any damage this turn. Like, I currently lose. And I can't summon the Ant Queen or the Rattler with anything that I'd play here. I guess even if I summon the Ant Queen by sacking the Worker Ant on board, then it doesn't have enough damage. So I guess like putting the Ant Queen in front of the bat. No, but the bat is flying. Uh-oh. Ugh. Do I have to use the Squirrel literally just to get... Oh god, I don't like this, but I have to. Take a Squirrel, pop this Squirrel. We'll go Squirrel, Squirrel, sack both the Ant Queen, which pumps both ants on board, gives me a Worker Ant back in hand. Power in numbers, the Ant's Creed. It'll allow me to strike down both of their ranged attackers. They only deal 3 damage through here. So I can push 4, they push 2 per turn, so I just draw until I find my Mantis. Only got 1 more turn really for it.
So strange. Why can't I remember his name? I believe I lost some of my memory in the flash.
In the flash? I see the way this is going. I concede. You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. I'm going to elect not to accept the surrender because I would like to get overkill damage on the enemy wherever available. I kind of want to downgrade the damage on my board, like, yeah, hold them at a standstill instead. So I'm going to kill the Ant Queen, put a Bullfrog there. Now I only push 2 damage. They push 2 damage as well. So I'm going to hold them in an equilibrium until I can actually mimic the position in the pictures. There's the Mantis. So now I just need 2 Squirrels because I need to be able to... Oh, no, I need to be able to summon the Mantis as well. Although I guess I could just sack one of the ants. So it was Mantis in the first, and then, well, in the second, and then Squirrel. So Mantis, Squirrel. Did you hear that? Like the wet sound? It was a wet sound. It was a water painting kind of sound. Worker Ant goes back there, and then push. Didn't really get much overkill there, but I was too excited about this. We got it! You've plucked that from the oil painting. You must not like the cards I deal you. Fine. We're about to see, I think it. Yeah, there we are. You must make a different kind of choice now. Choose not a specific beast, but decide the cost that you wish to play. 1, 2, or some amount of bones. I already have enough things vying for the bones in my deck. I think I need another 1 summon. Skunk. A random card with a cost of 1. What were you expecting? Something good. We can sack the skunk into something else. We do want to thin down our deck a little because it's very inconsistent right now.
Hello.
So the Mantis attack here is Bifurcated Strike. A card bearing the sigil will strike each opposing space, the left and the right, across from it. So if that's on a high attack minion, that's going to be sweet. I think I just put it straight up on a wolf. Hell yeah. That's 6 damage in a single strike if it's uncontested on both sides. There's a way out of this for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent or I will tear you to shreds. Good. Coyote, Grand Fur. I mean, like, you know, if I can summon the wolf here, it'll kill both of the coyotes. That'd be sick. Annoying. So I take 4 damage this turn. Yeah, and they're pushing another coyote. That was the worry. That was the worry. Oh, why did that have to happen? Because now I'm 1 away from death. And I can't contest all of this. Like, if I get a squirrel, I can put down the wolf in this position. It can take out both of their coyotes. Their coyote comes into the field next turn, kills me entirely. I have nothing that can summon with bones. I've got the pliers, but that's just the ability to tip the scales a little. It's the downside of not attacking on turn 1, I guess. I'm just going to take an extra couple seconds here just in case I suddenly see a way out of this. Because I can get a maximum of 2 bloods worth on the field this turn by drawing a squirrel. I don't want to take from this deck. Got no bone tokens. Do I know how many are in here? Not necessarily. Well. Deeply sad. All right. Ouch. How disappointing. Oh. I thought I was gonna light one of the candles again. It's okay. I misunderstood the trigger mechanism for it, but it is okay. You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares.
Care to look at me pelts? Take a pelt free of charge. See the quality.
I'll take another one. And then I don't have any left because I didn't do many overkills. 7 for a golden pelt.
You'll need more teeth for that one.
That's it. That's all I can take.
You're leaving already. Please consider me pelts.
Damn. One sec. That's not how my voice should have worked there. Let's just take him.
Thanks for your business.
The man assured you of the value of the pelts. They appear to be useless in a fight. But he mentioned that the trader further down the path would reward you for them. The trader further down the path? Excuse me? None of these are a trader. What? Alright. Let me go buff one of them. A group of starving survivors stood around a dying campfire.
There's room for a creature around the fire,
one said.
The warmth will enhance its strength.
Health, rather, said another. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but they could not stop licking their lips. Something else. So 2 health. What uses health the best? Things with stinky on use health pretty well.
Oh.
The health of the stink bug was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from your pocket, you withdrew. It's time to go in again, against the prospector. The incessant clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. 'Twas the prospector! Yeah! There's the rabbit pelt. So that's gonna be a chump blocking card, but I can't actually use it. Oh, Rattler. Bullfrog. Yeah, I'm gonna pop rabbit pelt there. Prevent the damage from the coyote. And my turn. I need to know what I'm going to be playing.
Greetings.
Do I care about you? I mean, I can put the bullfrog out against the coyote, but then the pack mule has the ability to escape. So I do kind of like contesting the stink bug, but that'd be someone else that could date. No, I would need the 0 damage one to be able to do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill the coyote in the attack pack. Fine. Guess I just play the bullfrog. That adder immediately takes the entire boulder down. Oh, interesting. So the pelts? Pelts? No. The coyote and my sacrifice. And then one of them gave me bones. Either the rabbit pelt or the boulder. And I think it was the boulder for some reason. I mean, I'd love to strike back against that adder right now. Oh, no, wait, we can. Yeah, we do need to draw a card first. Okay. That's the skunk I was asking for.
Good play.
Pack mule is preventing the wolf from being able to come on the field, but here is a mole. It is a burrower. When an empty space would be struck, a card bearing this sigil will move to that space to receive the strike in head. Instead. All right. I need to kill that pack mule. I'm constantly just drawing, looking for a damage card, but I'm not finding. He's doing the prospector again. Easy boss. The mule's key. It is it? Then mayhaps I shall decide to strike it. But later turn when I actually have the resources to do so. I really don't want, like... What's our score right now with 2 ahead? So wolf isn't going to be the end of the world. I really don't want to just play anything here that the wolf then immediately kills on the response, you know? I mean, the skunk wouldn't be immediately killed. It would actually block an attack from the wolf, and then I could later sacrifice the skunk in order to get another bone back, as well as summon a different minion. Oh, that doesn't feel bad. Actually, even better, the bullfrog is going to attack. It's going to hit the mole, right? The mole then, or rather you attack left to right, right? So then our third target will attack, and if that is... I can't be the skunk doesn't attack! It's fine, so the wolf will come down and the mole won't reposition. I worked that out while I was saying it. Really? So that skunk is only going to get 2 chump blocks here. I'm not going to actually have anything I want to sacrifice it for. It's like what? I put the ant queen out on the board and I get an ant and then I lose. Because I can't play a rattler. Really need that mule dead. I need something 2 damage to put in that position. I keep drawing for things that are 2 damage, but the problem is because I got the skink and then the ant and then the ant queen and then the bullfrog all at the same time, all of those are currently chunking up my deck right now, but they are accessed for the ability to pick them up in future runs. So my current in-play deck was it's just a little non-specific, you know? I've been drawing constantly looking for just damage, and the majority of it is not. Gosh. I really wish I could do something else, but I can't. Burger. There's an opossum. 1-1. I mean, sure, the opossum contests the wolf cub at the absolute least. Yeah. How far are they from winning? Because they're 3... Yeah, they've got 3 damage represented on board. They're 3 damage from winning. Draw a squirrel. I could use my tilt and hold all of my resources in hand. Well, actually, no, my opossum is going to attack unperturbed this turn, which means that I'm going to be 4 away from dying. Okay, now we'll be fine. Yeah, the possum or the bullfrog, because the mole only had 1 HP, so I knew I was still fine. Dang nabbit! Okay. So currently I'm putting out 3 damage a turn, they're putting out 3 damage a turn. If I really wanted to, I can try and hold them here and just draw out basically the rest of my deck, I think. I don't actually think they would stop me. No, they won't. Do I have a hand size? I'm eventually going to need to know if I have a hand size, because of how I play. Oh, a rabbit pelt. There you go. Got that one. Hey, that did give us a bone. Now I know. There's the wolf. Okay, so if the wolf is on board, I deal 6 damage this turn. I know from the last match that their remaining minions on board will still remain on board after the full sacrifice. I kind of do want to be able to put down the wolf after everything contests and finishes, you know? So... Put the Ant Queen out on the board, and then I'll put a worker ant out as well. I should just sacrifice this stink bug for it. Actually, uh-oh. Oh, dear. I'm actually gonna pull the final card from the deck. I would love to be able to overkill with a worker ant here. The problem is I know that they're gonna destroy my entire board in a couple seconds. So I want to thin down my board space without using too many important resources here. There's gold in them there cards. Get him. Gold. I've struck gold. There's your Bloodhound ready to come out on the field. So I think I can just push immediate lethal here by going Squirrel into Wolf over the top of those two, and then a Rattler. And we immediately kill the second face as well. That's what I was trying to work my way towards by, you know, just getting as many resources there as I possibly could. Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. You're the first in the wild to overcome a boss. As a reward, you're getting granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. The poor abandoned child. It doesn't die when it's sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try? Child 13. How is that different to a black cat? Well, it's a stag, right? We can see the sigil of a stag very, very gently. Up in the top left there. Rather than a beast, I guess the other one would be. I have no words for this freak of nature. The Long Elk. So, wait. This is Sprinter, so it's poisonous, and then it moves out of the way after the fact. Interesting. The uninspiring Gek. Perhaps you can find a use for it. See, the thing is, anytime I see something like this, that it's clear, it's rare, but it's a 1/1, and they don't know what it does, but perhaps you can find a use for it. Obviously, there's a secret that I get to interact with somehow through it. I think because our deck is already kind of... because we picked up so many things. Maybe I just take the Gek and we try and go for a strategy that allows us to do so. But Child 13, like a resummon, like being able to sack the same thing consistently would be really good for the ants. I'm taking the Child. Fine. With the sound of the Prospector's pickaxe, to be very clear, this is where the demo ends. As soon as you kill the boss, it crashes. With the sound of the Prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. The rank smell of rot and mold permeated the human air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. All right, we'll stand up and stretch our legs, get a little bit of a walk around, you know. See if anything's possibly updated in the meantime. Although maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. It's entirely fine. Hello, there's a skull here now, and it's got shiny teeth. I'll take those. I have the ability to knock all of your teeth out and then... Oh, there we go.
Maybe? Don't know yet.
Don't want to get ahead of myself too much. I think we're done. Sit back down. So I was told to look out for a trader. That's a cave of some kind. I've never seen that sigil before, so I just want to see what it is. So choose cards by their blood cost. That is, choose cards by their card. Let's go choose cards by their card and then cut across. Ah, the Elusive Otter. It submerges itself during my turn. Waterborne. A card bearing this sigil submerges itself during the opponent's turn. While submerged, opposing creatures attack to the owner directly. It gives your opponent flight, I guess, kind of effectively. Intriguing. The Conniving Raven. A blight on the skies. The Inviolable Beehive. When it is attacked, you will draw a bee. Bees within. When this card bearing the sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. A bee has 1 power, 1 health, and it's airborne. Let's reroll. Another raven, another river otter. The Stalwart Snapper, a near impenetrable defense. Let's take some pushing damage with the raven. I do want to cut across, but I also really do want to go to the fire. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if only for a turn. Let's take some more bones. I got a couple of things. What need those?
Salutations.
Okay, so you have all of your birds are sprinters. And these are kingfishers. They are flying and waterborne. So what's going to happen at the end of this turn? Or rather, I end my turn. They play both of these. They end their turn. This attacks, moves to the right. This attacks, moves to the right. So we end up with a kingfisher in this position, kingfisher in this position. And then this one has the ability to continue moving. The other does not. Looks like there's a spider on top of that card. Oof. Okay. Skunk and wolf. I mean, obviously, the skunk has the ability to prevent the kingfisher from being able to deal damage. It's fine. If I can summon the wolf in this position next turn... Oh, actually, no, but it can't hit the enemy, of course. Oops. I feel almost asked to end this turn. Yeah. Here's the big reason. This wolf is 6 damage already on the split. So if I just go bup, bup, and then wolf. Does 3 damage apiece on each side. Gets us to just lower than the enemy's kill.
Shall we?
I think we shall. Get a couple extras there as well. Beauty.
Alright, I need to know what this little cave symbol here is.
You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. A strange beast lurked within. It spoke.
Pass one of my trials, and I shall be yours.
In a raspy voice. 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or failure. It spoke again.
But first, you will choose a trial.
The Trial of Bones. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 5 bones combined to pass. The Trial of Power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. The Trial of Blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. I think this is the most likely.
Let the Trial of Blood begin.
0 from the rabbit pelt, 2 from the ant queen, 2 from the wolf. You have passed the trial. The beast revealed itself. It was a bat, an undying a many lives bat. Can't be sacrificed, rather. It's pretty sick. A moose buck. 3 sacks to put you on board, but you got the touch of death, and you've got hefty. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. In a way, direction inscribed in the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. Okay, so it's like a sprinter, but it pushes other minions. And then a sparrow that will burrow to try and protect things. I think it's the bat. The inhibited bat joined your menagerie. Okay. Ooh, that looks like card removal, baby! Of course. You kidding me? Of course. Child 13 being sacrificed, I don't like that. So the Raven is quite expensive, but it could give its flight to something a lot cheaper. I like that.
Does it need to give its flight to anything, though?
I like the workers. Like, I have like an ant strategy, I guess, in my deck. If I gave Stinky to a card that cares. You know how, like, happy the Ant Queen would be to be Stinky? Alright.
Stink 'em up. Make it stinky.
Cut across. It's another battle with a totem. All their birds are gonna take a step to the right. Look, there's a third talking card around here somewhere. Personally, I hate the guy. Biggest killjoy ever. But he's the only one of us with a plan to get things back to normal. I see. Okay, we'll block the coyote. Mm-hmm. And then next turn, I'll summon the wolf in the middle position. I do like the defense of the pelts here. Finding it quite useful. I mean, how many bones are there? That's 3. Sure, I'll just summon the start over on this side and push for lethal.
Little bit of overkill, but not a huge amount.
And another cost. Another blood cost related one. Only costs 1, costs 2, costs 3. I'm gonna reroll those. 1, 2, bones. I'm gonna take a 1. Louis! Sorry, Lewis. You're a sprinter and a water... Well, you're a kingfisher. That's what you are. You're a kingfisher. Well, I guess they have flight. No, but they are sprinters and waterborne. Oh. Card removal. You come across some familiar stones, but there was something different. You intuited the fate of the creature selected for this would not be pleasant. I really want to, but I'm not gonna. The Impossible is very cheap. Bullfrog's like a 1 that I very seldom want to draw. Let's get rid of the Bullfrog. You callously slaughtered the Bullfrog. However, the Bone Lord was pleased by your sacrifice. The minor boon of the Bone Lord. You'll start each battle with 1 extra bone. You shook off the viscera of the poor bullfrog and carried onwards.
Love it.
Now, is anything else different? No, that's not being changed. That's not being changed. Neither out on this side. Ah, but we do now have... Interesting. I also seem to have turned their eye on. And that also seems not to have been the prior state of it. Cool. I'll turn those out. Nothing there. Nothing in place there. Being absolutely certain that something didn't randomly change while I was looking in a different direction. Alright. Seems like it hasn't. Sit back down. I'm, so because I don't really know a huge amount about, you know, the length and progression of this game and those kinds of things, and because it might do, you know, metagamey kind of things, I don't know if each of these episodes is going to be a full run, and I don't know if each of the episodes is going to be multiple runs. I don't know when to stop, basically, because I usually stop when the run's done, but maybe the run goes on forever, I don't know. So I'm going to assume, for safety's sake, that it's going to be fine. And continue playing. But if this episode does have, like, you know, 2 hours on the mark, then that's why. 2 kingfishers and coyotes, they got 4 damage coming out on the board. Get your hand off. I'm gonna use one of these. Nice. And we have enough for the bat. So the squirrel and the bat summon the wolf. Oh, that's actually like, that's just Blitzkrieg, right? There you go. Oh, I guess we even summon the stoat. Oh, baby. Total misplay? What are you talking about? Overkill damage turn 1? I don't want to be adding too many more cards today. That's the ability to sack one of the cards and another card. I haven't found sigils that's super useful. Let's go over here for the blood cost, I guess. I want something with bones. Here we go. Oh, too many bones, Turkey Vulture. That's a lot of bones. What do you think, I'm made of bones? Okay, so technically yes, but I need them. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Warm a creature by the fire, enhances power, said one. What wants power? I mean, yeah, the wolf that attacks twice. I know what's power. But it's so much more impactful on other minions. But if we play the wolf on the first turn, we just win. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's power. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your wolf. My boss battles are high-stakes tests of your aptitude. With one flame, you'll either overcome them or die. Fear not, I'll let you keep the smoke. The smoke? A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. I'm the angler. Go fish. Okay, the smoke. Bone King. Bone King. When a card bearing this sigil dies, 4 bones are given instead of 1. It's a kingfisher on their board. I know that you are gonna have to like destroy my board if I put something down, so I'm worried about putting down like my best things. Like I could flood you out right now and win. This round, I could kill one of your candles. It would be the smoke and the squirrel. Both get, or rather, the smoke gets sacrificed to summon the bat. Or, sorry, Squirrel and the smoke both go down. Both of them get sacrificed to summon the wolf. And then the wolf attacks left and right, does 8 damage, we win. But then the problem is the wolf is dead.
The wolf dead.
I do have turkey vultures and stuff like that in the deck. You know what? This might be the best opportunity for me to just like blitz them. So many bones. I'll pop that wolf down there. Not put down a rabbit pelt or anything like that.
Dough fish.
You put a bait bucket in front of my wolf. End turn? Let me relight your candles. Very well. You may choose a rare card. The Prudent Pack Rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack. Trinket Bearer. When the card bearing the sigil is played, you will receive a random item as long as you have less than 3 items. That's pretty sick. It is 2 to cost, though.
Really?
This level of brutish strength needs no explanation. And another child. Pack Rat. I think that one's pretty clear. You considered one of the angler's catches meal, but the rank odor deterred you. Dinner would have to wait. Let me see. A frigid gust of wind billowed, unwelcome, into your lungs. The beauty of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones. You descended to the snow line. All right, it's time to get up and stretch my legs and see what's going on around here. And the rest of that's still got glowing eyes going on. You've got a shiny tooth now. Brand new shiny tooth over the course of that. Nice. And unless I'm like hugely missing something, don't want to spend a huge amount of time on that. Let's go to the next space. You encountered a small outpost in the woods tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that old trapper had mentioned. Her appearance is unsettling, but you were mollified by her offerings. Do you mind if I examine those pelts of yours? Let's start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. I can trade you any of these. Take your time. Bell ring. The value represented by this sigil, something equal to something. The. So that's probably going to be, it's equal to the amount of times that you rung the bell, right? So it's going to be equal to the amount of times you've ended the turn, which makes it like a real good late game slam. There's also a ringworm here, which is 0-1 that you have to sack something for, so I didn't want it! I just wanted to click it to pull it up bigger. Right, okay, I'll take the interesting one as well. These pelts are most excellent. Sorry. These pelts are most excellent, my thanks to you. Yeah, let's go across to this one. Sack another card from the deck. I do like it thinning down. That pack rat, that's a very, like, the creature of it is bad, so giving this sigil to something that's way easier to cast, so much better. I kind of want to give it to the ringworm, to be honest, but... Like, who am I guaranteed to summon? Like, like opossum. If I draw them, I pretty much always summon that opossum. Ooh, opossum. Love it. That's our pack rat. I need to make sure that I have, every time I use it, obviously. Less than I need. So 1, 2, we've only got 2. Yeah, we've only got 2 over there. Cool. Raven Egg. It's a fledgling. It's probably going to turn into a raven, which is a 2/3 flyer. And they've got an elk fawn, which is also a fledgling. Oof. Without getting extra bones this turn, I can't actually summon anything. Next turn, I'll be able to kill one of the ravens. I won't be able to kill both of them. Unfortunately, this turn, I can't kill the elk fawn, or set up for killing the elk fawn. Okay. Well, this is just an unfortunate opening turn for us. You deal a damage, you move across. I will take a squirrel. Okay. And now I will drop 2 squirrels on board. I'll double sack those for this mysterious bell ringing. Whoa, it's 4. Equal to twice the amount of times the bell has rung, maybe? And then I'll pop you down to kill that elk fawn for us. That's a lot of damage for them to push. Thankfully, I'm pushing my own 4 over here. That didn't seem to be increased. Oh, so when summoned, the value of this sigil is set on summon to twice the amount of times the bell has been rung. Seems it to me. Porcupine. Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, the striker is then dealt a single damage point, so I'll be able to kill that over the course of 2 turns. The Raven attacks in for 3, I attack in for 4. Sorry, Raven attacks in for 2, I attack in for 4. I got the Turkey Vulture. Well, I'm gonna need to start drawing more resources. But thankfully, this card over here is really kind of like my ace in the hole. Ah, Lewis. Sprint to the right. You're also waterborne, so you'd be able to contest that sparrow, and then it attacks over, and then you contest it again. I like that. I like that. So here we are going to be pushing 5 damage, which gets us just to the threshold. Taking the squirrel out, I guess. End turn. Okay. Can I get more damage on the board now? Ah, yes, yeah. Play that stoat. Well, I mean, I can play the stoat. I can't get more damage on the board because stoat gets blocked. Works out well enough regardless. Hello.
Try me exquisite pills. First and 3.
I'll take a golden pill. Or 2. That's it. Pass. We're done.
Much appreciated.
Excuse me. Green screen's very close behind me. Almost like a looming presence. Give some extra stats to something. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that'd love to have a little bit extra health. I don't really want to sack one of my sigiled cards into something else. Like, what? I'm putting the... Ooh, the Raven in this is actually pretty good. If Louis could give up both sigils, I would love that. Put both of those on the wolf? Oh, that'd be hilarious. There's no way that works. gonna go get some damage here. Because I had Louis before when I had the ability to sacrifice and I didn't see Louis as an option. I don't know, maybe it does. I'm a creature by the fire and how's its health? Said Hungry Survivor. We're gonna start getting to the point that this is dialogue that I will eventually skip over when it is consistently, obviously repetitive. You are a pretty sick minion. I would love you to have some more HP. The fire warmed the weary bell tentacle and enhanced its health. You suspected the intentions of the survivors were less than pure. With your bell tentacle in tow, you retreated to the woods. I'll take that one, thank you. There's the Rattler, maybe some as well. Oh, that's all elk fawn. You immediately gave 4 bones from the Hoggy Bank. Oh, I wanted 5. I've only got 1. Boy. This is gonna be a trouble. This is gonna be a capital P problem. Holy. Oh boy. Has to be a squirrel, right? And Queen has Stinky. Because then I put 2 squirrels on the board. I sack both of them for this, which gives me enough bones to also sack this to get the Rattler. I don't love it, but... Overkill does attack to behind. So we go there. 3? 3. How was it 4 before if it was 3? I don't know what it does. Clearly. And then we pop you. That gives us the Rattler in this position, which will, again, take out the resummon on both. Oh, never mind. The elk just kills me. I didn't know what it was turning into. I thought it was turning into an elk that was going to have a pronged attack. So I thought it was going to attack the one that I'd positioned direct. It's okay. It happens. I'd hoped for more. Hey, it's me again. There's that elk again. Moosebuck. The regal moose. The creatures of the wind make way for it. I'm gonna reroll. Ah, the diligent ant. Its strength is proportionate to the size of its colony. The nascent fawn. It grows quickly into an elk. I do want some fawns and some... I want some 1 summons that I can play on turn 1 in a position where I know they won't die and then just benefit from having a 2 on board. Because the primary thing I consistently run into is my opening hand has the ability to summon 1 thing. We have no food, one said.
But perhaps one of your creatures will join us. Enhance its health,
said another. I mean, look, we're enhancing the health of it again. I like this. So I was right about the frames. It has enhanced the creature's health. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you make a hasty retreat with your bell tentacle. Lucky draw. Stink bug as well. Nice. I mean, I can summon the stink bug as well as the stoat on this turn, or even the elk fawn, frankly. The only problem is if I put the elk fawn in any position. Oh, if I put it here, it will attack and then it'll move here, so their elk fawn will be able to attack mine. That's so annoying. Oh, but why? So how do I navigate that then? Okay, here's how I do it. I put the elk fawn here, and then I put the stink bug next to it. We go squirrel, elk fawn. It can't really do anything, and we put that down. You cannot draw a card on your first turn. I mean, I'm feeling good. So I've got my elk. I can contest this with a stoat, which I definitely want to do. So, I think extremely. Oh, okay. So the stoat can sock up 1 damage here. I'm gonna start needing more resources to be able to actually summon something, though. Really? Well, I can't save the elk. Sorry, the stoat, unfortunately. Nope. I was really hoping I was gonna have a 2-sack so I could sack the stoat. I mean, I was gonna be killing it anyway, so it's gonna die. So I guess I shouldn't be too aggrieved. Elk attacks, moves across. What's our score? Is 1 positive right now? Ant Queen's nice. Don't want to play it until next turn, though. Pronghorn. That's the one I thought. Pronghorn. It's a sprinter, but it's also got bifurcated strike, so it was going to attack both ways, like the Mantis did. Sorry about that. No, I only have 6. The Tiny Vulture would be so good. It's fine. I still have overkills. Man, are we going to see the 3rd boss in the 2nd episode? The Covetous Magpie. It can fetch any card from your deck. That matters a lot for us. But the problem is it's 3 cards, right? So it's 3 draws that have to get me the magpie. It's 1 squirrel, and then a magpie, because I have nothing that makes blood more effectively than squirrels right now. And we have seen some of that. We saw the black goat before. We saw it in a bottle. I have things that can be a repeatable source of 1 blood, or I never seem to draw them. The sadistic pronghorn. Woe be those animals that meet the end of its antlers. The monstrous grizzly. Its form speaks enough to its efficacy. Let's take 1 big minion. I'm gonna get another boon by removing a card from the deck. I kind of want to know what you get if you give them a pelt, though. Because that seems like it's got to have something. Like, because... Well, no, we didn't give them a bone creature or something like that, and then it gave us bones, did it? No, it did! No, did we give it the opossum? No, we gave the opossum the sigil. What did we sacrifice to you last time? I don't seem to immediately recall. You know what? Ringworm? No. I'm gonna give it a golden pelt. I need to know. You sheepishly offered the pelt to the Bone Lord. The Bone Lord was displeased. You would receive nothing in return. Bone Lord? Does it have to be bones? Dang. A man stood before you. A man you recognized immediately. It was the trapper. You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you.
Sorry, but today you will supply the veils.
Oh! There's floating knives in the atmosphere. Squirrel, there's Louis. So you have a strange frog, and a leaping trap, steel trap. When a card bearing this sigil perishes, the creature opposing it perishes as well. A pelt is created in your hand. I think I should kill the leaping trap. I'm intrigued. Yeah, so that kills Louis. And then I get the wolf pelt back in hand. So the wolf pelt is going to be, you know, useful blocking against these. Strange frog, and bullfrog. So why are there constructed versions of the same thing? Well, I guess these can't be sack summoned because they appear to be some sort of construct rather than a creature card. Although, it's not looking good. I can protect against 1 damage with the wolf belt, but I have 3 incoming damage otherwise. Yeah, this is a problem with having a really thick deck. The consistency of my draw is very low. I just don't think I can do anything here. Is the thing. Grab belt. So I can forestall my death for 1 more turn. Just a reminder, you cannot use the pelts as sack summons. I'm gonna extend my turn. Yep. A well-earned point of damage. I didn't think you'd really do it. That'll keep us alive for a turn. I kind of just want to be alive long enough to learn a little bit about the unique mechanics of this fight, if at all possible.
A lucky draw.
I don't think that is a lucky draw, thank you. Because we are now deceased.
I needed that. You will make an exquisite pelt.
Damn it. Thankfully, we have so many cards to choose from for these. We should be able to construct something pretty good. Stay there. No need to move. I'm afraid you are not dead yet. Hold still. Where did I put that camera of mine? You mean this thing? You really think I would leave something before it was, you really think I'd leave that thing lying around with film inside? Do you have any idea what that camera is capable of? Give me that. I don't like his hand. We have a memento to create. Behold, your death card. Shall we begin to ink it? Please, choose a card to take the cost from. I will take 1. The cost of 1 blood from that worker ant. And another. I'll use its power and health, the numbers. Grizzly. That's one of the reasons I included the Grizzly in the deck. Now, choose a card from which we shall extract the sigils. Oh. I can make it move and upgrade? A sigil of Sprinter and a sigil of Fledgling from the Elk form. I never did ask you your name. I just realized something I can do. As we end the episode, I tend to move to a credit screen, and the credit screen has the names of folks so generously supporting the Republic over on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the $10 tier. And specifically the 4th wall tier is for inclusion in games, in incidents where it makes sense. So in this instance, I never did ask you your name. I am Abatoth. One thing now remains. I must capture your visage. Say cheese. And for the moment, with that cheese, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Inscryption. Not much for trading, that last one. is the line as we take our way out here. There's a series playlist up in the top left with all of my content on this game, past, present, and future. A YouTube recommendation directly below, across are the names of the people again so generously supporting the Republic over at patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the $10 tier. Much appreciated to each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and catch you all around next time.